Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of EDC. Today we are talking Benchmade. So stick around and see what we got, because here we go. All right, so today we are talking Benchmade knives. I love some Benchmade knives. Now, I do not have a ton of them, but I am super pleased with the ones that I have, and I can't say I've had a problem with any of them. So maybe you're familiar with Benchmade, maybe you have some, maybe you're a fanboy, fangirl, maybe you're not. Maybe you want to learn about them. But those are what I am going to hit on today. Now, Benchmade, when it comes to like your mass-produced knives, they are definitely like a mid to upper tier of knives. You have Kershaw, you have Spyderco, you have Civivi, you have Ontario, like just a ton of knife makers. And Benchmades normally hit. They can hit, you can probably find some Benchmades for under $100, maybe, but they're definitely in that $100 to $200 range, and you can go up from there in the Benchmade market. Now, you're not going to get crazy high custom prices, you know, 500, 1,000, I don't think. I don't have one, but they are definitely, you're spending some money on a Benchmade, so you're getting quality control, you're gonna get a good blade that is gonna come, it's gonna come centered, the action is gonna be nice and smooth, it's gonna work properly, and if you ever have a problem, you can send it to Benchmade and they will fix it and get it back to you. You can also send it to them to have your knife cleaned and maintained, sharpened. If you're not good at sharpening knives, send your Benchmade back to Benchmade. They will sharpen it, clean it, and send it back to you. So very cool, very good customer service that they stand behind their products like that. And let's get to it. This is in order of smallest to biggest that I have. I have 5 Benchmades. This is not favorite to least favorite or least favorite to favorite. This is size, small to large. So to kick it off, we have the Benchmade Bugout. This is a wonderful knife. This is the Benchmade Mini Bugout. And it weighs nothing, absolutely nothing. It's in a gorgeous orange. I absolutely love the color orange. And this is it's orange with the black screws, the black pocket clip, the orange thumb stud, which is a very nice touch, and flips right out. Gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Drop point blade there. Needs to be cleaned, which is true of a lot of my knives. I use my knives. I put them to work. If they are in my pocket, they are being used. All Benchmades have the access lock system, so you've got this system here that is on either side of the blade, and you pull this. Hold the blade. I don't know if it's gonna follow me if I do that, but you pull this down, and you can actually see the mechanism moving out of the way. That allows the knife to close. So that is the access lock system. It's not gonna collapse on you. You're not gonna be in the middle of like hardcore cutting something with one of the bigger, bulkier knives, and the lock's gonna give and you're gonna, the blade's gonna close on your hand. That will not happen with the access lock system. But some specs on this knife: closed, you have 3.7 inches here. The blade itself is 2.8 inches, and open, the whole thing is 6.5 inches, and it comes in at a weight of 1.5 ounces. Nothing literally disappears wherever you put this. This is a drop point blade with an S30V steel. Almost every knife I have out here is S30V, but I'll tell you the steel blades when we get there. And this has a Grivery, I assume that's how you say it, handle. It's very lightweight, obviously, feels sturdy, has kind of a feel of like the like nylon style handles, but I'm very pleased with that. It's lightweight, it's sturdy, it works well. Lovely, lovely knife there, the Benchmade Mini Bugout. And next we're gonna stick with another mini, the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. This is a yellow color. Oh, that was terrible. This is one of the first knives that I got, or first nice knives that I got rather. But this is the Mini Griptilian, one of their more popular knives, the Griptilian and Mini Griptilian. It is a Mel Pardue style, and this knife, like the Bugout before it, it is a smaller knife, bigger than the Mini Bugout, but a smaller knife in general. However, it does fit very well in the hand and my hand. Get a good grip on it. Has the jimping on the blades. You can definitely gain some traction on that. And this comes in with a 2.9 inch blade here. It is 6.8 inches when it is open, and it is 3.9 when it is closed. So a small knife, just under a 3-inch blade for both the Mini Grip and the Mini Bugout. It too has that S30V steel and is a drop point. And this one has their G10 grip, which you can get a lot of traction on. This knife is not slipping in your hands. So this is a great knife, a classic. Also, again, has that axis lock where you pull this down to release the blade. But this is a classic, and it's a classic for a reason. This comes in every flavor you want. You want a different color, you want a different material. As far as the handles go, you want the black blade instead of the stainless color. It comes in everything. There are a ton of colorations in that, and custom aftermarket pieces you can get for those. So these are probably one of the most customizable knives out there as far as I know. Super popular, super good, super solid. I mean, it's a great knife and has so many options for a reason. People like it, so they keep making it. Next we have one of my absolute favorites. This is the 940 Osborne. Now it's hard to tell on camera, it's not coming in well, but that's actually a deep, deep green. That is like a deep hunter green. And then those are the purple scales. I call this the Joker, green and purple, come on. But this one is a gorgeous knife. Reverse Tonto blade there. And this one has some nice action on it. You can get that to flip out, pop out, and this is not a small knife. This open, fully extended, 7.9 inches. The blade itself is just under 3.5. We're rocking 3.4 inches on that blade. And when this system is closed, 3.9 inches. So now while it is not small, it's also not thick or bulky. This is a small, big knife, if that makes sense. It doesn't, and I'll compare it later to some that I've got. I'll pull this back out, but while it is a long knife and it has some reach on it, it is not thick. It doesn't feel that big in your pocket. But this one is also rocking the S30V steel, which the Mini Grip and the Mini Bugout are. And then this has the anodized aluminum scales, of several different variations on the scales that you can get on this as well. And this weighs 2.9 ounces. I don't know if I did weight on the Mini Grip. That's 2.8, and the Mini Bugout 1.5. Again, that's worth stating, 1.5 ounces. But so this weighs almost 2 of these. But it's awesome. It's a great knife. Lots of options you can get for this one. And again, this one, this is a very popular knife, so lots of secondary scales and things you can get for this, different pocket clips, all sorts of things like that. But wonderful, wonderful knife. And this one, it looks nice. When you bring this out of your pocket, people aren't going to be scared. They're not going to be like, what do you have there? And even with how large it is so slim, so thin, that it doesn't garner the attention a knife of this size could. I also don't get a ton of weird looks. I guess being a girl, people don't care if I have a knife. I don't know. But I'm not complaining. Now the next knife that I have is the big brother to the mini Griptilian. This is the full-size Griptilian. And same design, same look, just bigger. It's thicker, it is wider, but it's the same, just grown up. Somebody added water and it grew. But this is a 3.45 inch blade, so slightly longer than the Osborne, the 940 I just showed you. Fully open, it is 8.1 inches, and closed, it is 4.5 inches. This is a big boy. This guy comes in at 3.9 ounces. But with the weight that you're getting here, with the size that you're getting here, you are getting a lot of power. I mean, that is a full-size grip. I'm fairly certain even if you have some big meaty hands, you are still getting the full grip on this knife. It's got the jimping on the blade, as do, okay, so the Osborne does not have jimping on the blade, and the mini Bugout does not. So I've called that. The Griptilians have the jimping on the blade, so you can kind of gain some purchase up there. Lock that thumb in to help in your cutting task. But this is just a solid knife. It's not going to fail on you, and it does some big boy task. You could probably put this in some rolls that you wouldn't put the knives that I've shown you prior to this. This too is rocking the S30V steel. It is a drop point blade, but these are custom scales. I actually did not purchase this knife. I was gifted it on a forum that I'm a part of. I was gifted it probably 10 or 15 years ago, and it's still in my rotation frequently. I lovingly refer to this as the Griptonite. I'm a big Superman fan, and with the green going on, you got the green back spacers. This became the Griptonite, and it is a beloved knife. I'm not exactly sure what the scales are made of, but it has a texture to it. It looks a little like wood grain, and it feels like it. Like this is textured with the coloration, but it's not a wood grain color. This is definitely a green and a black, not a bright green, but a green nonetheless. But I absolutely love this knife. It is a heavy knife, just under 4 ounces. And then the final Benchmade that I have it's my newest Benchmade that has joined the club, and I love it. I have wanted this one probably since I got into watching EDC YouTube videos back in the probably 2008, 2009 phase. Maybe a little before that, but I saw this early on and I wanted it, and I finally acquired one. That is the Benchmade Barrage, and I love this knife. It does not disappoint. This is a very big guy. It is the only assisted open Benchmade that I have, and I love it. It is a true Tonto blade there. This is a black blade, black scales, black back spacer, everything. You got the stainless here and the stainless liners. And other than that, this is a black knife, and I love it. It is solid, it is thick, it feels good. You can get a full grip on this knife. It does not have jimping on the blade. You don't need it on this one. You do not need it. But this, the way that these, the way that it's molded, it grips, your fingers just lay in those perfectly, and you can get such a good grip on this knife. It too has the axis lock, but it is the assisted, so this thing will just snap out. No need to add the wrist flick in it. It just comes right out, locks into place, and then you just pull these back and close it. Because it is an assisted opener, they have actually added a lock on the back, and well, you can kind of see it sticking out slightly from there. You slide it up, and this knife is not coming out. It is locked into place, but you push this in and slide it back down, and you have disengaged the lock, and it will open. I love that. I have no problems putting this in my pocket and locking it and letting my little man climb on me like a jungle gym. I'm not gonna have a blade open in my pocket, and I really, really appreciate that. This is a 3.6-inch blade, so the largest blade that I have on the table. It is 8.35 inches when fully opened. It is 4.75 when closed, and comes in at a weight of 4.5 ounces. So this is not something that sees a ton of pocket carry, but it will go in a bag or pouch. It will occasionally be my pocket carry knife, depending upon what I'm doing that day and if I want a knife of this size. But it definitely can see time in a bag or pack, or sometimes it even rides in my glove compartment in my car. That is a Tonto blade, and this is the only one I have of Benchmade that does not have the S30V steel. This is 154 cm, and this is a Velox handle, I believe. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But it kind of has that nylon-y feel to it. Nylon handles were one of the first handles I was introduced to that have this feel, so everything that feels like that gets associated back to me. But it just feels good in the hand, awesome shape to the handle, so you're able to gain some traction and your fingers kind of lock into place on it. But all of these knives are fabulous. I have no problem recommending any one of these knives or all of these knives. They are great, they are beautiful, they work well, they hold up well, and Benchmade is gonna stand behind them. So definitely check out one of the Benchmades if that's what you're into. And if you have one that is not on the table, let me know. Why do I need to check out that Benchmade? I'm always ready for new knives and looking for new knives, so hook me up with that. And as always, I will never ask you to like or subscribe. You do you. I would definitely appreciate it if you did. Comment below, let me know what you think of Benchmade and which ones I need to check out. And we will catch you next time. Remember, EDC, EDC.